Go. Up. What were you going to say?
I was just saying nom nom nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
Why are you doing that?
Why am I doing that? There you go. How you getting on?
I make over it all. I think that we're going to call it a day, but seeing as I basically used up all my money, and I think we both did need a cup of tea. So yeah, I'll go through my vintage haul and I'll show you what we got. Hi everyone, so we're back from the vintage fair that was up in London. It was a really long day. It was good, and I'm glad that we went. But yeah, I think we were both kind of glad to get home and sit down on the sofa with a cup of tea and just relax for a little while, because there was a lot to see and a lot of walking around. So just thought I would go through some of the stuff that I bought. So number one being this coat. It's in pretty good condition. There's a couple of bits that I will have to fix. So there's a button missing here, and there's a tiny bit of stitching that has gone there. But other than that, it's in really good condition. I ended up wearing it back because it was quite cold. And £7.50 is not bad for a new autumn/winter coat. So I think it's quite good when you go to these markets. If it's the second day, on the one hand there might not be as much stock because they might have sold out of some of the things that they had the day before, but on the other hand, if they're dying to get rid of stock, then they will often slash the prices, which is what happened in this case. So I was quite chuffed with that. And I also got this skirt. And a tip that I picked up from another vintage video that I saw online was that if you are trying things on, or you don't want to perhaps have to go and find a changing room, if you have a skirt and you're able to hold it like that and go from your belly button to your spine, most likely it is going to fit. So if you're not entirely sure, it is always best to try it on, but in this case they didn't have a changing room and I couldn't be bothered, but luckily it fitted, so we're all good in that respect. And then this, I love Hygge and I love my Scandi art and fashion and things like that, especially when it gets to autumn, winter and it gets really cold. So this was in, I think, a jumble box, and they just said to root around and everything in it was £5. And I'm really pleased with it. It's in really, really good condition. It's got all the buttons. It doesn't feel like it's bobbled at all. So I have a feeling somebody's bought this and then just never worn it. There's no label in it, so it may very well be something that has perhaps come from a Scandi country, maybe a small manufacturer, maybe, unless somebody has taken a lot of trouble to cut the labels out, but there isn't anything to say that there was a label in it, so I don't think. But anyway, and finally, you might see these paper flowers in my hair. They're actually hair sticks that the lady who allowed me to buy this sparkly beret sort of threw in for a deal, and she was quite keen to haggle. So that's another thing you can try, is to perhaps make them an offer. Not a stupid offer, but if you make them an offer, you can sometimes get things haggled down a little bit, or they might throw in other things that you might want for a better price. So all in all, that with my 2 hair sticks was a tenner. So it's again not bad, you know. You could probably find things that aren't as good quality in terms of the hat elsewhere, but there are no missing sequins and it's again in very good shape, so I was again quite pleased with that. And who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle? But anyhow, the other big purchase that we made was a guitar, and if you hold on 2 minutes I will get it for you. It's missing a string, but we have been saying that we would quite like to get a guitar and learn how to play guitar for a while. And again, because they were trying to get rid of them, it went from £25 to £20. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can get guitars, good guitars, for as cheap a price as that normally. So despite the fact that it was a bit of a pain in the bum to get home on the tube and on the train, we went for it. That was our impulsive buy of the day, I think. So, but lesson being that you can find some really good buys if you are willing to travel a little bit and are willing to perhaps lug some things on a train. So I hope that
what I've showed you is shown that you can get some really good things if you go to these vintage markets. And leave me a comment if you feel like it, or if you want to ask me any questions, or write to me anyway. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.